Two peas in a bong. Two peas in a bong. Two peas in a bong.
Two peas and a bong. Two peas.
Hey.
Two peas and a bong. Two peas.
Two peas in a bong.
All right, y'all. Two peas in a bong in the building again. It's your boy DP.
It's your boy KP. And start spreading the news. It's your boy Bong, man.
What's good, y'all?
Man, we're leaving tonight. Man, we're spreading the motherfucking news, man.
When it rains it pours. None already in the
man.
building.
In the building.
When it rains, it pours. Everybody around here is losing their minds. Man, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Order of business first. Let's get that blowout out the way, like KP was saying. So
sorry, nothing yet. We
gonna get to it. Trust and believe. Trust and believe.
Best for last.
Deal world.
We best for last. Deal world.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So OKC blowout. I mean, I expected them to do this. Take care of business at the crib. KP, I know you said something yesterday about I don't know whose mic that is.
I think that.
Oh, that might be mine. Is that mine? Oh
yeah. Nah, it was some static, but we good now.
Yeah, that was me. My bad. I'm
okay.
Shuffling some papers.
KP over here playing pocket pool.
Fucking shit up. Hey, but you had said something yesterday after we got off, and that was about none of the home teams winning the game. It was all the road teams that won the game. And today, in this round of the playoffs, the second round, today OKC became the first one to win one. Yeah. So, I mean,
they cracked the seal.
Home teams 1-7 in the second round of the playoffs.
Shit is crazy.
Not the other way around.
Yeah. I mean, did y'all expect otherwise in this game though? Like I was
no.
Yeah, I didn't.
I expected OKC to get this win. Matter of fact, when we did the over unders, you remember I said I don't do unders, but there were things that I wanted to stay away from, and one of those things was Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
I said stay away from the rebounds, stay away from the points, and stay away from his PRA, his points, rebounds, assists. I said all those things. Which his PRA was at 51. He got 31 tonight. His points were 28.5. He got 17.
Yeah, he fouled out too.
All right, come on, Kev. Did you talk to him and ask him if he was going to sit down in the third?
No. What I figured was
he's on his back. He
the reason
hey, Bong is on your neck tonight.
I'll tell you. So the reason I knew that he wasn't going to get those numbers was I was figuring it was going to be a blowout and he wasn't going to play in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's good, engineer? What's good, Deal World? Nunya and Scotty Boy in the building. What's up, y'all?
Appreciate y'all tapping in.
So I mean, and then another thing I said that to take Russell Westbrook on the points. His points were 12.5. I said go over. Westbrook went over. I believe he got 19 tonight. And so that was I knew that he was going to do that. So the other thing I said, Aaron Gordon. Stay away from Aaron Gordon on the fantasy points. It was at 31. He got 18.5. So
full disclosure, I do not know how the fuck fantasy points work in basketball, so I'm staying away from all fantasy points off the rip. Like I can't go to like draft picks or DraftKings or whatever, prize picks and bet on fantasy points because like fantasy points they're depending on which site, depending on what the rules are, they play different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd rather just bet on, what I'm saying, point score, rebounds, assists, whatever it is. But also full disclosure, I'm a football guy, so I'm typically betting. I'm typically betting football when it comes to prop bets. And speaking of football, I'm gonna wrap it all into one. It's a great day.
Oh yeah.
It's a great day.
Yeah. Start spreading the news, baby.
Start spreading
the
news.
Yeah.
We back. Let's ring a bell. Tell them.
Yeah.
Hey, tell them we back up.
Hey, look. Hey, but what I'll say about that, because we talked about this kind of off air, Bong, early in the morning when it was confirmed. I don't think it makes I'm not yelling Super Bowl for the Cowboys. I'm not doing that. I did tell you, however, that I'm coming with the same energy as far as what we talked about when we were talking about Burrow getting his guys in the building. Now you start doing this stuff for Dak Prescott, he got to make it happen, or else now, yes, it will be Dak. It's on you.
Okay, and we'll get to that. I don't even want to
legitimately. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I really want to discuss exactly. But let's go through our progressions. We'll talk about OKC. We'll talk about the New York Knicks, and then we'll get to Dallas. That's
look at Scotty boy.
We don't do this every year. If I'm keeping it funky with you, Scotty boy, the last couple of years I've gone into seasons with a "it is what it is" type of attitude. We win 12 games. I'm okay with that. What are we going to do in the playoffs? Let's just see how it plays out. We still, to this day, can't stop the run.
To this day.
We still can't stop the run. But what I can tell you is that when we went 12 wins back to back season, 3 seasons in a row, we had a blueprint. We had a cold-ass offense, and we had pass rushers galore. So all we had to do was get up by a touchdown by 10 points, and now our pass rushers are killing the quarterback, and we're not worried about the run. So if we don't address the run game and stopping the run game, I'm okay with having CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, a young dude who's hungry, thirsting his next contract,
which is another issue for them. It's a lot we could talk about with this.
It's a good thing though. It's a good thing. It's a good motivation to have. And I'm also
will the Cowboys pay him though if he performs?
Doesn't matter. Let's live for today. You know what I'm saying? Like this, hey man, this is every inner city in America, man. Fuck tomorrow, man. We living for today. Like, how are we gonna get by today? Mama said she got $15. Hey, 3, extra value meals in McDonald's. We're gonna split that shit 5 ways. But we living for today.
Yeah,
don't tell me about next month's rent. We'll worry about next month's rent.
I respect that. I respect that.
You feel me? But I'll tell you this. Guess who his agent is? His agent is Micah's agent, David Mulugeta. All right. David Mulugeta. Remember, if you don't remember, Jerry Jones said when asked about Micah's contract, he don't even know who Micah's agent is.
Yeah.
So now you got 2 players, two big name players, represented by the same guy who you claim you don't even fucking know. Let's see how it plays out. And now I feel good. I'm okay with whatever y'all want to do. If y'all want to play games with Micah and his contract, and y'all want to run that shit out to to the first week of the season, or do whatever that bullshit y'all want to do it. Y'all have made 95% of Cowboys fans shut the fuck up for a minute. We gonna shut up.
It's just a minute.
You know what I'm saying? When
It's just a
Debo come
minute.
around, I be quiet.
Yeah, it's just a minute.
When he leave, I'll be talking again.
Yep.
We good, man. Debo, you got us, man. I'm quiet right now.
Hey,
feel me?
you sound like you just been down and out for a long ass time, and you having a good day, so you just living it up. So I respect it.
And Deal World, again, I didn't even want to get into the Cowboys thing, but I definitely want to address your comment. You said, did you like McCarthy? Heard his offense was kind of 2010s, which made him stand out, not in a good way. Okay, Mike McCarthy's offense was definitely dated. 2 years ago, when Dak Prescott made his MVP push, and he was a runner-up to Lamar Jackson, even though Dak Prescott should have won MVP that year, his numbers were better than Lamar Jackson's across the board. We were getting our ass kicked up and down the field until like week 5 when we played San Francisco, and they thoroughly beat the shit out of us. Moving forward from that game, starting with the Chargers and onward, Schottenheimer started implementing the offense. And that's when Dak and CD went on their run where CD started blowing up. CD only had the first 5 games, CD didn't do that much.
Mm-hmm.
He had that last like 10, 11 game stretch where him and Dak start cooking and putting up all these historic Cowboys numbers. That's when Schottenheimer started calling the plays. That's why you ask Dak, you ask CD, they want Shotty in the building. They want Shotty calling plays because they know that that's when they were at their best.
Okay. Well,
so get what I'm saying? Like, I like Shotty. I like Schottenheimer as the head coach. I like Schottenheimer calling the offense, especially if you're going to give him weapons. So now you can't focus on CD. That year that Dak was should have been MVP, all he had was CD. Everybody knew the ball was getting to CD, was going to CD, and he was still finding ways to get the ball to CD. So now imagine if you can't focus on CD, because if you want to focus on CD, we'll take the top off with Pickens.
Okay, then they better do it. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said they better do it. So all of that shit. No. All that shit that you talk about, because you a Dak advocate, which I'm not necessarily saying I'm not, but you are super pro Dak. You're defending Dak all the time.
Every day.
Yeah, so I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you.
What I'm saying,
all of the stuff that you're saying about. If you say, oh man, that Burrow got his guys in the building and all of that stuff, because that's what we were talking about earlier. Okay, now Dak has a legitimate duo of receivers. So what will we say, especially if the running back situation, which they got about 5 guys that they're trying to see who's going to fill in, but if any of those guys work out, and they have a solid running game too, and they have Schottenheimer's scheme, which you're praising, and they have given Dak another weapon, so you don't have to focus on CD. If they don't come through, then what will you say about Dak?
So again, when you compare it to Burrow, just understand that Burrow has played with Higgins, he's played with Jamar Chase, and he had a third option for more than 1 year.
And that's moving the goalpost.
No, I'm not moving the goalpost.
Yes, it is, because I'm asking. The thing was, get him some weapons. That's what you've been saying. They don't do shit. They don't bring in anybody. They don't do anything. We're talking about receivers and how they sat down and let all the receivers go by, all the big name receivers, the playmakers go by, because they wouldn't pay him. They didn't want to pay him. So yes, you get Pickens for this year, right? And you're saying don't look to the future. Okay, whatever. You get Pickens for this year. That we got to look to the future. If you bringing in, that he's only had he hasn't had him for as long as Burrow had too, right?
Okay. So what I'm saying is this. I'll ask you this question: if the Cowboys win 13 games this year, offense looks dynamic, they make it to the second round of the playoffs, and they lose in a nail biter, is that Dak, you can't get it done.
No, that's not.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not irrational. You know that. But I'm just
they-
telling you, we gotta look at this in the same lens. Like it can't just be because
Absolutely.
they
Absolutely.
are squad that it's like,
when I'm talking about it, I'm talking about how the team is going to look. I think we're gonna win more games than people are giving us credit for.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Dak, the pressure is on you to get it done because you have weapons. What I'm saying is when we get into the playoffs, that's when it needs to be a team effort. I need to see Micah Parsons, who's probably going to be the highest paid non-quarterback by that time. You only have one sack in your NFL playoff career. Yet and still, when people talk about the Cowboy failures, they go and seek out Dak Prescott. And in the classroom, everybody points fingers at him, including Micah. But Micah, what have you done since you've been in the league and made it to the playoffs? You've been invisible.
That's what we'll see. If it shifts to the defense, then we'll see that.
It doesn't matter if the defense falls short.
I'm saying if it shifts to the if you get the scenario you gave me is that it's a nail biter, and the offense is dynamic, right?
Right.
Then that means you got to have the defense come through too. At some point, if we're really looking at it like fairly looking at it analytically, you are going to look at the defense too.
Hey,
this is a brand new shit.
Scotty boy said, "Hell, no, they ain't winning 13 games." I'm saying hypothetically speaking, like if they win 13 games, that's a success.
And then here's another hypothetical for you before we move on from this.
Definitely worth more. Hell yeah, stop, Nanya. You can't. He's a wide receiver too. What did Higgins just get paid as a wide receiver too? What is Devontae Smith getting paid as a wide receiver too? Like that contract is 20 plus a year. Now, are the Cowboys willing to pay that? If Higgins comes out and shows you, hey man, I can come out here and give you 1,200 yards, 8 to 9 touchdowns next to CD giving you 15 to 1,600 yards and 12 to 13 touchdowns, and you try and lowball him like that, you're gonna lose him, and that's just bad business. Like if you're gonna show that he
ain't gonna want that 3-year 33.
$11 million a year.
Look at that shit like, nigga, please.
You said Higgins, but we know you meant Pickens.
No,
he meant Higgins.
Oh, you meant Higgins.
Yeah.
I thought you said next to I thought you said next to CD.
No, he said what did Higgins get? No, I thought he said what did Higgins get paid?
No. He said if Higgins comes out and gets 1,200 yards next to CD.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I meant Higgins when I said
Pickens.
Yeah, for sure. So again, Burrow. But hey, you know what, Deal World? I respect that. And that 33rd ranked defense, right? 33rd out of 32 teams, they didn't make the playoffs. They put up gaudy numbers on offense. They had Chase Brown. He will never get credit. Chase Brown is the running back for the Cincinnati Bengals, will never get credit because everybody's talking about how great Burrow is. They had a very, very gaudy offense, but they had a horrendous defense. So it's all, it all comes together, and it really, I think we have a better defense. We picked up the head coach, Matt Eberflus from Chicago.
From the Bears, yep.
As a defensive coordinator.
And this ain't his first go round with the Cowboys, though.
Yeah,
this is a return for him.
I think he was the offensive game coordinator some years back, so he's familiar with the Jones family and how they get down. I think that defense is going to be crazy. The pass rusher room is stacked once again, and we know that the Cowboys thrive when they have a good pass rush. I think the secondary can be okay, but the pass rush is going to be hellacious, man. The pass rush is going to be hellacious.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for that word. He's bringing it back out. Hellacious. Yeah.
We'll see.
But again, not to get off topic and talk about the Cowboys. It's night and day how the Cowboys. Now the Cowboys are intentional with everything they do. It's old money, right? This old money. The Cowboys know how to upstage the NBA when they want to. Right? What is it? Wednesday morning, the deal gets done before any ESPN or Fox Sports show starts, so everybody we'll have a full day to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
But when they brought in Schottenheimer, they knew that the fan base was not feeling it. It happened on Friday night at 7 o'clock. Everything's done. Stephen A's done. All the Fox Sports guys are done. They let that one fly under the radar, and you got the weekend to kind of stew in it. So by Monday, it's stepped on with whatever's going on. I think it was the Super Bowl or something like that. Cowboys. Y'all motherfuckers ain't slick, man. Jerry Jones. That's that old dog, old trick. I've seen that trick 1,000 times. But
all right, well, you know.
And I'm gonna shut the fuck up until further notice.
Well, now that we don't have to, well, as you said before, Jerry Jones has been panhandling and penny pinching and getting money for dudes' contracts. So maybe now we can move on to the panhandle with State over and get back to this OKC situation.
Nah, hold on, fuck that. Engineer, you talking about Dak is literally the franchise quarterback line.
Ooh.
He's nowhere near Burrow. Stop. And I can't accept that. Burrow has never had less than 2 number 1 wide receivers in his NFL career. I wanted to see him without Higgins this year. I want to see him without Higgins. And he went to the front office and said, hey, listen, man, I got a reputation to keep up. You better bring Higgins back. And they damn sure did. So we will never see what Burrow is until Burrow has to do it with one guy. If it's Burrow, one guy and a bunch of slaps, and Burrow can still get out there and get it done, then talk to me about how great Burrow is. Burrow ain't shit, but he's a part of the program. He's part of the program. I'm not, no. And again, Kev, I didn't mean it to say like Burrow's not a good quarterback. I'm saying that we don't know if Burrow's a really good quarterback. We know that Burrow has a lot of weapons.
Yeah, given the weapons he has.
Given the weapons he has, he's shown up. He's never not had weapons. Who was the third guy that they couldn't pay? So then they had to go down to just Chase and Higgins. It was a third one that they couldn't pay. He had 3 top-tier receivers when he came in the league.
Yeah.
It was a third one that they couldn't pay. They couldn't pay all 3. That's why, and I was thinking they couldn't pay 2. But let's not talk like Burrow was out there. If you want to talk about guys that are clearly above the average line, Patrick Mahomes is number 1. He's done it with everybody. He's done it with nobody. He brought Juju Smith-Schuster.
Tyler Boyd, right?
Yeah, I was waiting for him to take a breath so I could say it.
Yeah.
You talk about the all-star do it with nobody team. It's Patrick Mahomes as a pure thrower of the football, and the other 2 guys that are do it all with no weapons are guys that incorporate the run in their game, and that's Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. Those 2 don't need to have top-tier receivers because guys get open because of the threat of the run. So you have one pure quarterback that can do it with nobody, that you can literally line up guys that are trying out for an NFL team, and you can put them on the Kansas City Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes will find a way to get it done. There's one guy that can do it. Name another guy, not named Lamar Jackson, not named Josh Allen, that can do it with no weapons. Matthew Stafford, who they're saying is a Hall of Fame quarterback, never won a playoff game before he came to the Rams. Now they're saying he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. Oh, why? How so? Oh, he had Puka Nacua and he had Cooper Kupp.
Hey man,
he was still putting up numbers.
Slander.
Because he had Megatron.
Right.
Okay, Megatron literally.
Detroit.
Go ahead.
Megatron literally what?
Talk about him when he's in Detroit, but when he's in LA, we're not talking about him.
No, I didn't.
No,
I'm not
he was still putting up numbers in Detroit.
I said no. I said in Detroit, Matthew Stafford, Mark, listen to what I'm telling you guys. Never won a playoff game.
Correct.
I don't give a fuck what his numbers are.
It's not, I'm saying you're making it. He already showed ability though. He showed the capability. That's why the Rams went after him in the first place. So it wasn't like Matthew Stafford was trash. That's what I'm saying. You ain't talking about Dan Orlovsky who's running out the back of the fucking end zone. You talking about Matthew Stafford.
Dan Orlovsky is a career backup.
Right, but I'm saying as you have identified, let's identify talent too. Matthew Stafford is a talented quarterback. That's why the Rams made the trade to get him. It paid off. He won a Super Bowl. I mean what are we saying about Stafford? Yes, he didn't win a playoff game. I get it.
We said that Stafford had Megatron, who at times was 2 receivers. Megatron will come out and give you 250. Will come out and give you 300 in a
True.
game. Okay.
True.
So
I mean, just the organization itself, the Lions, goddamn, like they weren't shit until the past three years.
What I'm telling you is, if we being honest with ourselves, the Dallas Cowboys ain't shit. The Dallas Cowboys
haven't done shit either.
They haven't been 30 years. But every time we talk about Dak Prescott, we don't give him that respect. Look at Dak's numbers against the greats in his career. He stacks up with
the general media doesn't. I agree with you. You yelling like I'm disagreeing with you. No, I agree with you, nigga. I'm just telling you, all of this energy that you got and this shit have the same shit. If it doesn't go right, you need to call a spade because now they're making moves with Dak Prescott. That's what I'm saying.
No.
What do you mean no? What do you mean no? What do you mean no? How was you not?
There's a difference. Stop, man. Stop, Scotty boy. That's slander. And you know what? It's not even disrespect, depending on which Russell Westbrook you're talking about. DP talking about they making moves with Dak Prescott.
I said they're making moves. Period.
I know.
They have addressed. They have addressed the O line. Hold on. They addressed the O line, right? They addressed the O line. 2 O linemen. The guard Booker from Alabama. They're expecting big things from him. They also got old boy from Oregon. So they've addressed the O line. Protection is there. You know you needed to do that because you have vets going out the game. So they did that. They drafted a running back, Blue. He should be solid. We'll see. You don't know. They got a couple vets that they're trying to make put in the mix to see if they'll work as well. They also got the undrafted free agent from Clemson. So they're trying to address the running back position. Now they address the receiver position. They also address the cornerback position because you got I'm slipping my mind, but our top corner he's in no.
Are you talking about Bland?
No. Who? I'm why the fuck can't I think of the motherfucker's name? Anyway, he's got to get surgery again.
Oh, Diggs.
Diggs. Why the fuck am I brain fart? Diggs has to get surgery again, so he may not even be ready. That's why you go and get the cornerback from East Carolina. So you're addressing all these things. It's not like that this is the only thing that has happened. I said for the first time, I was like, shit, I can't even really be mad about the draft. I wasn't really mad about it.
I'm just saying, I want to address what you said. You said they're making moves. The Cowboys made a move.
Okay. So everything that I just said is nothing.
No. Listen.
Sometimes it's irrational to just be like.
What I'm saying is, hear me out, DP.
I'm gonna hear you.
The Cowboys, the reason they have been mediocre is because they're great at drafting. They've always been great at drafting. So much so that they lean heavily on the draft. Like all 7 rounds of picks have to come out and go and play in year 1 and hit in year 1. That's irrational. The Cowboys were able to find a loophole and find a rookie wide receiver on a rookie deal who we're literally discussing 5 minutes ago if he's a rental because they won't pay him. The Cowboys don't spend money. So when you're talking about teams that are good, we judge Dak Prescott through a different lens. We judge him through a lens like he's playing for the Philadelphia Eagles, like he's playing for the Detroit Lions, who have revamped their franchise to be a tier 1 franchise. We're not that.
But the funny thing is, everything you say, every single thing you say keeps coming back to Dak Prescott. You're the one that's put it does. And you're the one that's putting the spotlight on Dak Prescott. It is irrational to say that they haven't made any moves. Was Bland there? Was Bland there, or is he coming back now? Like, it's not just the draft. Yes, the draft is addressing things, but it's not the only thing that's happened. That's all I'm saying. Like, they're doing things that are addressing issues that we talk about offline. And to say that, they only made one move,
So
I mean,
okay,
that's I can't rock with that, man.
I'm gonna ask you one thing. Draft aside, what free agent or trade moves have
They
the
didn't
Cowboys?
do anything in the free agent.
I'm
They
just
didn't do anything in free
I'm
agency.
asking you a question. I'm
Did,
not
did you
even
did you hear what I said? They
okay.
didn't do anything in free agency. You and I were sitting like the Cowboys have done nothing. They're just sitting down in free agency. They're letting all the receivers pass them by and all that stuff. That was the main thing we were talking about was receiver and running back.
Hey,
So they went in free
engineer,
agent. They went in free agency, and they got the 2 running backs.
that are
So
journeyman running
we will
backs.
we will see what happens. We will
Again,
see what happens.
you know what I'm saying? Last year they could have got a no doubt about it. Derrick Henry,
But they
we passed
didn't.
on him.
And I'm not
DP,
arguing with
let me
you
get
with
my
that,
let
man.
me, let me get my point across
You've got a
let
lot of them across,
and
dog.
no and let you understand that we're talking from the same place. I'm just not willing to put the pressure on Dak when the organization itself is the Detroit Lions.
But you're
of
doing
Max
that.
Stafford.
But you're
I'm
doing
not.
that if
I'm not.
every time I say something or
All right, let's
anybody
get my
says something, it comes back to Dak Prescott.
because the
It
Cowboys.
does. You're the one who keeps talking about Dak Prescott. So who's putting the pressure on him? You.
DP, I'm literally responding to the comments that are talking about Dak Prescott. I came in here as a happy. Hold on,
Every
just
time I say
let me
something
hold on,
about they've done this,
hold
you're
on, just
saying, oh, they didn't make moves
no
for
no
Dak
no no no
Prescott.
no 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 no. I came in as a happy Cowboy fan when we started the stream. Look at the comments. Don't forget me and your conversation. Just
Well,
read
we're
the comments.
talking. So what am I supposed to do?
What I'm
Not
saying
listen to
is,
what you're saying. We're
but
talking.
I'm not addressing you. I'm addressing the comments. I'm addressing the. Hold on,
No, you're
DP.
not, dog.
I,
You gotta look. Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing else. I'm gonna let you do your
DP.
thing because you're not.
I was talking
Okay,
the first thing that.
okay,
Listen, hold on. We were ready to move back to basketball, and I
and
saw engineers
we
comment.
should have.
I saw. Okay, everybody in the comments is talking about how Dak Prescott stinks and he's not that good. And what I'm trying to tell them, not you, DP. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the comments. The Cowboys are basically the Detroit Lions, who's everybody is saying, "Hey, man, you got to give Matt Stafford a pass because he played for the poverty." He played for. Look, thank you, Kev. Just continue, KP. Just continue to post the comments from the comment section. Not DP. I'm not talking to you, DP. I'm talking to the comments that keep bashing him because that's what the national sentiment is about Dak Prescott. That the Cowboys are the Eagles or the Cowboys are the new Lions, and they're giving him all this help, and this motherfucker just keeps falling short. And that's not the case. I'm asking you, who did the Cowboys pick up? What big splash did the Cowboys make this offseason? And the only big splash is George Pickens on a rookie deal in the last year of his deal. And we are literally talking with the chat, and they're saying that he's a one-year rental because why? The Cowboys won't even pay him if he produces. Everybody knows it's the Cowboys, but somehow Dak Prescott wears the crown as the motherfucker. That's the reason. That's my motherfucking point, and it's going to always be my point because the Cowboys fucking suck. I'll take a deep breath. Let's get back to basketball. I'm not arguing. DP, we literally saying the same things,
Yeah,
but the front office got the fan base just like us doing exactly what we do so that they can continue to sit back on the yachts, making billions off of us while we fight over whether Dak Prescott is good enough or not. Dak Prescott for $60 million, I told you, he's worth every dollar because he will always be the scapegoat when we lose. Micah could have the worst playoff game of his career, and we will still point to Dak Prescott. I can tell you plenty of games where we lost playoff games that Dak Prescott played good in, but the Cowboys defense gave up 291 rushing yards to the Rams. The Cowboys against Green Bay gave up touchdowns on 6 of the first 7 offensive drives for Green Bay. But it's Dak Prescott's fault. It always is. Nobody's talking about how many yards Diggs gave up. Nobody's talking about the fact that Micah Parsons didn't have a sack. It's Dak Prescott. Dak, thank you, KP. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So Bong just went on this rant and did a really good impression of T.O. when he was talking about Tony Romo in the playoffs. Don't talk about my quarterback.
My quarterback, man.
Shout out to Bong for having his quarterbacks back. So
I appreciate you highlighting the comments, KP.
Yeah, if there's anybody that knows Dak Prescott out there, let them know Bong has his back.
Oh, off the top, man. Off the top. We'll talk about it later. DP, we'll talk about it later.
I ain't saying nothing else about it. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting till you're done, man.
You feel me?
Because every time I was saying something, it was fuck that. Okay.
No,
So,
I'm not.
fuck it.
I'm saying we on the same page, DP.
I actually literally said that like in the middle of your rant.
Hey, as much as I hate the credit Durant gets for Golden State's success, I don't hate Durant. Durant's a good dude. He's a great basketball player. I think he's a terrible leader. I think Golden State did more for him than he did for Golden State. Golden State could come out there, lose Steph Curry in game 1, and get it done with Jimmy Butler, Buddy Hield, and Dre Day. That's organizational success.
Or it's still having your leader.
Draymond, who's on the verge of missing a game, because and look, Draymond is literally on the verge of missing a game 2 ways. He can miss a game for flagrants, and he may miss a game for technicals. It's not just one way, right? A leader knows how to toe the line. Nikola Jokic, he fouled out this game. He's going to get his point across with the referees. He's lobbying to get those calls in game 3. And in game 3, he will not foul out, and he'll probably get calls that he wasn't getting this game, right? Or the referees will see it his way, the way they weren't seeing it this game. That's true leadership. Draymond literally has a personality issue that makes him a liability.
Here you go, man. You on this bullshit again.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna let it go.
You on this bullshit again.
I'm crazy. I'm crazy. Nah, man, I'm crazy. No,
I will say this.
Let it go. I'm crazy.
Damn. I can't respond to that.
Say your piece.
So I'm gonna get off Draymond. I'm gonna get off that subject. But you mentioned something about Nikola Jokic. I will agree with you and say that Nikola Jokic will get calls in game 3. But I'm gonna say it's for multiple reasons. One of the reasons is that he's going back home to Denver. So he's got the home court. He's going to have the crowd's emotions when he's flailing, when he's flopping, yelling foul in the referee's ears and putting the pressure on the referee to call the fouls.
You saying that who's going to do this?
Nikola Jokic.
And the referees are human. Absolutely.
And in tonight's game, the referees actually allowed Oklahoma City to be a lot more physical with Nikola Jokic. So they were way more physical, and there was a lot of things that they kind of let go that he would normally get. He just wasn't getting them tonight.
Absolutely. Hey, engineer.
More fouls on them.
Hey, engineer say simmer down, fellas. Hey, engineer, you got to go back and look in the archives some of our old shit. Me and DP.
Hey, I just let it be after a while because it just be time to move on, man.
Me and DP be going at it sometimes.
It just be time to move on, dog.
Nah, man, listen, that's sandbox shit. Plus, for y'all that don't know, man, I literally had surgery on a torn pec muscle earlier today, so I'm probably
he said he wasn't on nothing, but I'm wondering if he is. So that's another reason why I'm just like real shit.
Hey,
like, okay.
Hey man, I'm doing it for the love of the game tonight, man. I shouldn't even be on here, but you know what I'm saying. I'm still trying to tough it out, man. So shout out to y'all for fucking with us. Hey, Deal World, appreciate it, man. Yes, y'all. Please hit the like button. For those of y'all that's in here that haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Give us a sub. We appreciate y'all fucking with us, indeed.
Hey, but your boy Jokic is he didn't get the benefit of the home cooking. Obviously, wasn't at home, and they called more fouls on his ass. If you look, he does a lot of fucking flopping. You know what
He
I'm
does.
saying? Like
Yes.
he does a lot of flopping. Biggest dude out there and does a lot of it. So when he goes back to Denver, I agree with you, KP. He's probably gonna be getting the calls. It'll swing back in his favor, but they better win. Because like I say, if they let OKC still a game in Denver, and I won't even say still a game because I just think OKC is the
Yeah,
better
they're
team.
gonna get one. I
Yeah.
think it'll be tied up.
So if they go back tied,
Mhm.
go back to OKC tied, Denver can forget it. Like they
Yeah.
can forget about it. So
You know the funny thing though, DP? Denver needed that win, that game one win. And appreciate you, deal where he said, hey, appreciate y'all, man. Denver needed that game one win because let's rewind it. If Denver just loses game one the way they did, right? And then they come out and get their ass kicked the way they did in game two. Game three might be we getting ready to walk down the sweep. Like they needed that game one more than OKC needed that game one. OKC tricked it off for reasons unbeknownst to us, but Denver needed that. Because if you get beat normally in game one, and then it's like, hey man, the sequel is we gonna put up 150 on you. And I think they showed the highlights. That was the most points it scored in a half, the most points scored
87,
through three quarters,
Yeah.
and then the 10th most points scored in NBA playoff history. Like, hey, that was
I
hey,
don't
shout out
have
to Jokic for
confidence in
understanding. Shout out to Jokic for understanding that it wasn't worth playing the fourth quarter. Let me gracefully bow out. It's like a coach that's
supposed to the coach.
right. It's like a coach trying to get a technical to go get to the showers early. Like I see y'all motherfuckers after the game, man.
One of the interesting things, man, about David Adelman, he has more playoff wins than he has regular season wins right now. Like that, you're not gonna find a coach in a situation like that, an interim coach taking over at the end and leading a team to a playoff leading them to a series victory,
Yeah.
and then they're still competing. So
you're talking about Denver.
yes, yeah.
I'm starting to think you're an Adelman fan
I liked his
because
dad.
I'm not
I like-
talking about his
I
dad.
like-
I'm talking
No,
about
no,
him.
but I'm saying I liked his dad. And I like what he's doing. I think Rick Adelman, if it's not for Phil Jackson, his father, Rick Adelman, goes down as one of the best NBA coaches of all times. He couldn't get over the hump against Phil Jackson. It happened when he had the Portland Trailblazers. He couldn't beat Phil Jackson and the Bulls. Then he went to Sacramento in the early 2000s when they were rivaling the Lakers. They just couldn't beat the Lakers and Phil Jackson.
So do you think they should hire Adelman? Denver should hire him as the head coach,
Yeah,
sign him to a multi-year deal?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think he's done enough to warrant getting the job there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because they're done after this round.
I don't think so.
They'll have
I
time to
I don't think so. Not yet. It's too early. It's too early to say.
So
I mean,
you think Denver will win
I
the
think
series?
Denver still has a chance. I mean, look, they got blown
Hey,
out today by 43 points, but when it's all said and done, the series is still 1-1 and it's going to Denver.
hey, check
So,
this out, guys.
Yeah.
For all the over/under betters, if you think Denver has a chance, take all Nikola Jokic overs for game three. Every over. Because they only win when he comes out and does unreal shit. Like you look at some of his stat lines, even when he had like during the regular season, when this motherfucker had the 60-point triple double. I think it happened on the same night that somebody else did some cool shit, like a 50-point game or something. And it was like, man, fuck all that. This motherfucker just had a 60-point triple dub.
Mm-hmm.
Man, all Jokic overs. Him getting fouled out early in the third quarter. I'll say this. and I don't know if maybe we just don't notice it because they don't play Denver a lot on national TV, or if it's showing more now that they fired their coach. Remember all the talk about how Jokic just wants to play, he treats the NBA like it's a job. As soon as he finishes, he wants to go back home and race horses and groom his horses back, where he's from. Jokic has been showing a lot of fire, a lot of energy, a lot of, a lot of passion over the last month of basketball. I like that shit. He been feisty, fighting, elbows, that shit before he wasn't doing that shit. And damn near you have to get his brothers in the stands to threaten to come on the court. Like they was about to, fuck some shit up on some 100 men versus one gorilla type shit. But now, if you got Jokic, the fiery version of Jokic, every time he shows up, they have a chance to win because it literally ignites everybody else on the team. Russ plays better when Jokic is doing that crazy quadruple double shit that he's doing. My man, light-skinned brother Aaron Gordon, he doing, he shows up. Even Murray. I can't stand Jamal Murray punk ass.
Murray ain't been doing what he need to do, really. Kind of down.
Gorilla wins.
You said what, KP?
I said game 1 he played well.
Yeah, I'm just saying he's been kind of like he's supposed. If it's a 1-2 on that team, he's supposed to be the 2. And he's been kind of,
and he's been the 3 and the 4.
Yeah, super inconsistent, man.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something about that 100 dudes versus one gorilla shit. Y'all seen that meme that went around? I think that was from like one of the not King Kong, but Planet of the Apes movies where the dude is whispering, or the gorilla's whispering in the dude's ears, and how they turn that into a meme, and it's always like saying some other shit. Hey, I seen a meme on Twitter with the gorilla whispering in boy's ear, talking about, tell him bring me 100 more. That shit had me crying. Tell him bring me 100 more. I'm gonna run through this first 100 real quick.
Hey man, you clone me 99 more times, man. We win.
We got a chance.
We winning, man.
Hell no.
99 of us, we're winning.
No, you're not.
99 more bees.
No,
we're winning.
No, you're not.
Oh,
we're winning.
You're not.
Oh man.
I guarantee if you want to find the PRA and the over and under on that, all 99 of you motherfuckers
were winning.
All 99 plus your ass are done.
We're clawing
a gorilla.
Look. I'm not gonna say that all of us are gonna survive. We're not.
None.
We're clawing his
will.
eyes out.
No.
We punching genitals. We doing appalls. Doing all of that.
They said a gorilla can bench press 4,000.
Yeah, that's
fine.
Not going down. That nigga's taking heads off, smashing heads together, snapping arms, legs.
Yeah.
No, not happening.
Yeah, man, bring me 100 more.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Oh shit. Yo, y'all got it, man. Okay, hey, listen, it's time to address the gorilla in the room, or the elephant in the room, whatever y'all want to call it. Nanya, welcome. Thank you. It was the last comment. Let's talk about it, man. Can we talk about it? KP, give me a sound effect or something, man. Can we talk about it?
Which one? What's up?
Boston,
hey, man.
Boston in New York.
Yeah, Boston in New York.
Oh,
come on,
Boston.
Hey,
oh,
New York.
Man.
Hey, New York did Boston like Diddy sending a band to go get him some cheesecakes.
Yeah, Boston is done.
Making the band, man.
Well, I can't even say now. This is where I can't say Boston is done. I'm not sure that they are.
Wait. How you gonna say Denver is done?
Yeah, because OKC is the better team than Denver. Boston is the better team than New York. They just are. They've given up 20-point leads. They tricked off 20-point leads in both games
at home.
I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah.
That's the cold part, KP. That's the cold part. Boston is the advantage. It's no Boston in Madison Square Garden is going to be like no other. New York up 2-0. The crowd is going to be like none other. Now you're fighting the crowd.
We'll see.
Come on, DP.
But that's why. What? That's why I said. That's why I'm saying. He asked me why I would say it, and I'm saying, everybody going into this series said Boston was the better team.
Yeah.
So that's why I would say Boston has more talent. Boston has the better team. Denver does not have a better team than OKC. OKC tricked off their situation. They came back today, blew the motherfuckers out. This game, even though Boston is fucked up and gave up these leads, they're losing really close games. And it's more of a defensive thing because they keep shooting the fucking threes and just giving more opportunity to the other team, and then they don't stop them.
KP, who I sound like? Would you be surprised if Boston came in this game two? Who do I sound like if I say would you be surprised if Boston came into the second round of the playoffs and lost?
I said that about Cleveland.
Boston looks no different. Cleveland down 0-2, Boston down 0-2. We was bashing Cleveland like shame on y'all. Y'all the worst one seed ever.
Cleveland has lost because of different reasons.
They have excuses.
Yeah, they do. But I said
person in the room.
What I said is what I said about Cleveland was they look like they have all the pieces to do it.
Cleveland does? You're saying minus the injuries.
Yes, I said Cleveland.
Minus the injuries, yeah.
If y'all recall, since you're bringing up what I said, if y'all recall, I said I wasn't sure about Cleveland from the beginning. At the end of the series, the first series, I said, okay, look, Cleveland looks like they have the pieces to make it happen. Then that's when KP said he's on his road to Damascus and all of that stuff. So that's what sparked that. And then I said, but you will see what Cleveland is made of in the second round. But I did say I wouldn't be surprised if they lost in the second round because I did think that the regular season was it's whatever. So what? Cleveland is number one. What have they done before?
So this is the difference.
Can we hold on, KP?
Well, this particular squad.
KP.
What's up?
You got it in a second. Can we at least recognize a new comment? Comment in the chat. Alf Sucks at Mock Drafts. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you tapping in. If you haven't already, we definitely appreciate it if you could subscribe. Give us a subscribe and a like. Definitely. I see the energy DP is on. See that Dallas conversation shifted DP's energy. DP is in that that mode now. But go ahead, KP.
Hey, I'm just cool. I'm laid back. I'm getting through it like you.
So I'm gonna say the difference between
I'm getting through it like you, baby.
The difference between the Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers is that so they both lost 2 games. They both lost 2 home games. However,
I appreciate you, Alpha.
Thank you so much. Appreciate
Stack mock drafts.
So the difference between them is that in game 2, Cleveland was missing 2 starters and basically their 6th man. So they were undermanned. They put up a fight, should have won. They gave up a game. We'll see what happens if they can get their pieces back. Boston has had everybody, and Boston just isn't getting it done with everybody at home. That's the difference. So if I'm looking at it, I'm thinking that there's more of a silver lining with Cleveland because Cleveland also was missing the defensive player of the year.
Hey,
I'm not knocking that. I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that. Yeah.
And how you know that these guys listen to the media. These guys listen to the guys in on ESPN and Fox Sports and all these different things. Late in the game, Tatum tries to start going to the basket. Remember how he was talking last game?
He tried early and was tricking it off.
Right,
He don't.
but
Tatum
because
don't know what he. Tatum is trying to please the crowd and
exactly.
prove the media wrong at the same time.
So remember what I said. Remember what I said about game one. I respected that if you're gonna lose, a la D'Antoni, this is who I am and I'm sticking to it. Tatum is listening to the noise.
No,
So
he's
now he's
sticking to it too,
conflicted.
though.
No. But you're saying he's trying to drive.
He. This is what Tatum is doing. Tatum is only doing it to show you, hey, I tried, and then he's going back to chucking the threes. He ain't doing nothing different.
Right.
He just because he went to the and when he went to the basket early, he missed the fucking layup. You know why? Because he ain't used to going to the basket, not used to finishing. That part is like not implemented in his game as much anymore.
Yeah. Hey, that's a great comment. He's an athletic freak with unreal touch around the rim, and very good driving ability. Yeah, but I mean, when you get, it's mental. What they say, 90% of the game is mental. At this level, you know what I'm saying? It's why we talk about Draymond Green all the time. You know, I give Draymond a hard time. But for what he's asked to do by Golden State, he's asked to toe that line, to tiptoe on the line between, you know what I'm saying, legal and illegal, between,
fiery and crazy. How about
right,
that?
right. And he does it well. And when he gets in people's heads, it makes a difference, right? The game is 90% mental. Jason Tatum is in his own head now. He's in his own head. So,
but can I ask y'all something then? With all this
great,
being said,
great comparison engineer to Lamar Jackson last year, going away from what he does best.
With all this being said, is it New York that's taking the game away, or is Boston tricking it off?
I think it's a little of both. I'm gonna, and I'll tell you why. So Boston was up in the third quarter by 20, right? They held Mikal Bridges scoreless through 3 quarters. Mikal Bridges scores 14 points in the fourth quarter. So up until 3 quarters, Boston was executing on and was doing well. In addition to that, New York made a pivotal decision to leave Mitchell Robinson in, even though, they run the risk of fouling him and putting him on the free throw line. It was like right under 3 minutes, and OG Anunoby hadn't gotten the game. They left him in. Boston fouled one more time. When they fouled that one last time, that put them in the penalty. They snatched him out. They put OG Anunoby in, and that very next play, and I believe they were up 4 at that point. That very next play, Karl Anthony Towns gets an and one, and then makes the free throw, puts him in within 1 with 2 minutes 30 seconds left. The seesaw about going back and forth. Well, Boston went into a slump where they missed 14 consecutive shots. So 14 consecutive shots in the fourth quarter. However, late in the game, when they were down 1, Tatum did make a strong move and then finish when he got the dunk. When they set the high ball screen, heck of a play. So they were executing. They were. And they did give
until they tricked it off.
But I'm saying, I'm saying it's a little bit of both, because again, New York's guys weren't, they did, like OG Anunoby in game 1 he had it going, but in game 2 he didn't have it going. Different guys started stepping up. Karl Anthony Towns was in foul trouble in game 1. He started to get it going. You saw that he could get it going in game 2, with points and rebounds. He's a problem inside. I don't know what's going on.
It was a low scoring game.
I don't know what's going on with Porzingis, but down the stretch, Boston didn't play him. They were playing like Al Horford. Al Horford can't stop that. Couldn't stop them. What's his name? Didn't hit shots. The shooter. I'm trying to think of the 6th man of the year, Peyton Pritchard. I said he would hit 3 3-pointers. I thought he would get another basket to give him more than 9.5. He didn't. He did hit the 3 3-pointers. Drew Holiday started off okay. He's not looking like an offensive threat.
I don't know. I'm just saying. It sounds like you said it's saying
I'm
they
saying
tricked it off.
it's a little of both.
Is it more of a trick off on Boston side? I mean, we talking about a 20-point lead.
It was bad.
We talking about 20-point leads in 2 games.
It was bad, but I'm just I hear you. But I think it's a little of both.
And Lou Boogie, shout out to you. First time we seeing you. Appreciate you tapping in. Hopefully we can get you to subscribe as well. And this won't be the last time we see you. So Lou Boogie says, give Tibbs credit for switching the switching of Cat and Mitchell.
I agree.
At the end of the game,
I agree.
As they closed in on the 2 Celtic stars.
I agree because Mitchell's more the rim protector. They also took Jalen Brunson out on defense and put Deuce McBride in, and had him playing on the defensive side.
But this is what I'm saying. The shooting, the 3-point shooting, is just gonna be your demise. If you can shoot the threes and get up, that's cool. If you can stack the points, build up a 20-point lead. Now, what you should be doing is draining the clock when you start seeing you're missing threes. Run through some sets. Go draw some fouls. Get some people in foul trouble. Shake their lineup up to where they got to sit, Mitchell's ass down or Karl Anthony Towns down. Get him in foul trouble again, and go to the cup.
It just seemed like in that fourth quarter, you really start to see the grittiness of the New York Knicks and how hard they play and how they win the 50-50 balls and how Josh Hart is willing to sacrifice mind, body, soul, and limb just to get a rebound and give his team another possession.
But this is what I told you about that. Told both of y'all about that last time. And Nunya, I believe, was the one who was speaking to this too in the chat. I said, Indiana is playing the best team basketball. I said they're the better team than a lot of these guys, even when they were up against Milwaukee. New York is another team like that. They just have somebody like a Brunson and Karl Anthony Towns that are considered stars. Indiana doesn't have that.
Hey,
but New York is still has like that gritty, style to them. And part of that is because a couple of them have played together for years.
Absolutely. Villanova.
So they already, they're used to it. So
So Nunya said it. Let's give the Knicks credit. Not many teams can punk us like that. And that is a direct reflection on Thibodeau's coaching philosophy, coaching style. He's a real that gritty type of coach. I'm only going to run 6 guys and I'm going to run you guys into the ground. A la JJ Redick in game. What was that? Game 3 of the game 4 of the first round of playoffs. Hey, if Alf sucks at mock drafts, if you're still in here, I definitely agree with you that Draymond is a hell of a player, but he did not deserve to be in the Defensive Player of the Year conversations. He's definitely over the hill. He's living more off of reputation, and he'll have moments. It's kind of like LeBron on defense. Like I'll give you moments where if I have to lock in, it's late in the game and it's to seal the game. I'll take Draymond on anybody 1 through 5.
Hey,
if it's like in short spurts, right?
That's why he got the Hustle Man of the Year award instead of the Defensive Player of the Year.
Hustle man. I got these chickens.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if Al sucks at mock drafts. I don't know if you are football or basketball, because I know you talked about Lamar Jackson going away from the run in the playoffs. Wasn't a Lamar issue. That's a Todd Monken issue. Hey, old school Mike Vick would have said, fuck the playbook. I'm going to run this motherfucker anyway. So Lamar Jackson may need to get a little bit of that old school Vick in him when it comes to, looking at what the what the play caller calls on the play sheet and scrapping that shit, a la a LeBron James with who was that one coach that he had?
What
That
black?
one coach,
black
yeah,
Black.
yeah.
black
Yeah.
You know what I'm
man.
saying? Pull a LeBron James, like, man,
Man
fuck that
showing
shit,
how
man.
he
Give me the
did that
ball. I'm
black
going
man.
to the Yes, indeed.
One thing I do want to address, Scotty Boy here saying that I told y'all Peyton Pritchard is trash. So Scotty Boy, that was one of the parlays that I did get wrong. One of the bets I did get wrong. Peyton Pritchard said over 9.5. He got 9 points. So that was one that I got wrong. And then Drew Holiday was another one. It was, I said over the 10.5 to get 11. He got 10. So those two I got wrong. I also got the Josh Hart one wrong. I said when DP asked me over 11.5, I said, I'm staying away from that. And when I'm saying I'm staying away from that, that's in my mind, I'm thinking I don't believe that they could get it. So in my mind, well, you have to kind of read that as under because I don't play unders. I'll just stay away from something if I don't think that they're going over. So I was wrong on that because he got 23 points as opposed to going under 11.5.
Damn,
But
we doing the KP locks throughout the show today.
no. I just want to address.
I'm
My
fucking with
bad.
you. I'm
My
fucking
bad.
with you.
Well,
This is
I'm
Monday.
fucking
This is
with you.
Monday morning. Hey, this is Monday morning quarterbacking. He telling
so I'll say this. So
Right.
out of 15 picks, right? Because I did 15 based on what you asked me. I actually got 12 right. So
Did you
12
play
out of-
those motherfuckers?
I did not. I
All
played.
right then.
Listen.
Should have played them
Hey,
bitches.
80% is legit. Thank you, DP.
Yeah.
I
I'm
was
fucking
gonna
with
ask
you.
you. I was
I'm
gonna ask
fucking
you
with
to highlight Lou Boogie's comment, man. It says a lot.
So Lou Boogie, I'm a Knicks fan who still is delirious right now, but truth told, that Detroit series, we took a hell of a lot of physicality. The media all year been killing us too. They mentally strong as well. Yeah, I mean that speaks to them being that gritty type of team. It's out of them and Indiana that and you know what? OKC is like that. They just again they have a star, possibly the MVP.
MVP.
Right. But but the Knicks, they're gritty, dog. Like yeah.
They are. Yeah, they are.
You know you can't trust New Yorkers, man.
And Alpha Sucks mock drafts. My Alpha Sucks at mock drafts. Ty Jerome should not have got 6th man of the year. The more I watch Ty Jerome, the more I'm like, he had a good season. He's a good player, but I wouldn't call him the 6th man of the year. I think they did right in giving it to Pritchard.
But this what he's saying here, I do agree with. Curry out for a week might cook the Warriors. Wolves won't shoot this poorly forever. And did y'all see folks in the chat, did y'all see the post game conference with they talking about where Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle and them are laughing and shit? Yeah, they were laughing when they were talking about how poorly they shot the ball. They were just kind of laughing about it, and people were like, coming at them about it.
Well, again, that's just confidence, thinking that it won't happen again. But I'll say this: what went under the radar yesterday night, and you guys were on the live shortly after the game. And again, I don't know what was going on with my comments. I was putting comments in, but they weren't getting through. Anthony Edwards' coach called him out by name and said that, when they asked him, like, what was the reason, like what happened, like what was the biggest reason, he said was Anthony Edwards. And again, I respect that in an era where you have to protect the superstar and you can be, kind of soft with the superstar because the ego is fragile. It all goes into Anthony Edwards being this old soul in basketball. And I think that he's somebody that actually doesn't mind getting called out by his coach. And I think that he'll, like, that kind of thing helps him rise to the occasion. So, I just wish we talked about it ad nauseum about Ant Edwards not wanting to be the face of the league, and at the same time, the NBA is trying drastically to avoid making the face of the league international player. They need Anthony Edwards to be the face of the league, even though he doesn't want to be the face of the league. So all the push, he may not, and Anthony Edwards may not ever come out and say all the politically correct things. The NBA may have to push him into the face of the league unofficially, and just that comes with whatever his flaws are, whatever his faults are. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the new face of the league is not perfect. I'm not a role model, but we going to spin it a different way, you know what I'm saying, in 2025 or 2026, to where it's like, you don't have to be. You can have 5 baby mamas, and you know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, he's relatable. He's relatable.
Absolutely.
It's personable, relatable. It's a few cats out there with 5 BMs.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I fucks with
Yeah.
what he's saying. But just in general, even if you don't, just some of the like, he's just being himself. And if you see, like we talked about him being authentic a while ago, and people like that, I respect it. Even though I know he don't want to be the face, he don't want the shit because he don't want what comes with it, like the buttoned up stuff that we've been talking about. So I get that. KP.
Yep.
Alpha sucks.
See that one up. See it up.
KP, if you mean Ty Jerome in the playoffs, he's not meant to be in this large of a role. Him playing 30 plus minutes isn't disproving him as 6th man of the year, just proves he's best in that role.
So I want to address that. Alpha sucks in mock drafts. I hear what you're saying, but when someone is the way that the NBA breaks down 6 man is generally during the last 5 minutes of the game, when the game is on the line, you're in the game, you're playing. You're the guy that's good enough to be a starter, but you're not a starter because you are the ace in the hole, able to come off the bench when the team is down. So in this sense, when Garland is out and now you're thrust into the starting lineup, what are you doing? How do you look? He hasn't looked very good in this situation. He looks better when the pressure is on everyone else and he's able to come in and just play. So that's why I'm saying I wouldn't make him the 6. I wouldn't say he's the 6th man of the year.
It sounds like what you just said is what he's saying.
No,
that is too big of a role.
But I said the 6th man, the way that the 6th man is though in the NBA, you are good enough to start. I'm thinking of what Clippers, Jamal and what's his name?
Crawford?
Jamal Crawford, good enough to start, 6th man. You run into a situation where
Lou Williams too.
Your starters are hurt. They got to come in. They're not going to shit the bed. They're going to get busy. Manu Ginobili, 6th man, did that. Leandro Barbosa, 6th man, did that.
Hey,
yeah,
so
but are you saying that
my boy Austin Reeves should have been 6th man then?
Yeah, I'm wondering. So what are you saying? Are you saying that because he couldn't play well in a starter role that he shouldn't be 6th man?
I'm saying now, yeah, when because the 6th man is good enough to be a starter. He just has to be the 6th man. So I'm saying he's not really that guy.
Alpha Sucks in mock draft said Jamal Crawford proved he couldn't do it in the playoffs many times.
Yeah.
Hey,
but let's not go
mock drafts. Watch your mouth. I'm a Clippers fan. Okay, hold on.
Hey, hold on. Let's not go too far without acknowledging Lou Boogie.
Oh yeah,
we appreciate you, bro.
That.
We appreciate you, bro. For real. We appreciate the
No
sub.
doubt.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. I know a few New Yorkers. They good peoples, but you know.
Hey, they got a chance. I'm not saying that is completely over. Going back to like I know Bong talked about the energy at MSG, even through the TV. So going back to
I'll be
MSG.
That energy. I ain't gonna lie.
But they get wild out there. So
yeah, they do.
And you will literally see the who's who of New York in the first 4 or 5 rows
Absolutely.
on at game 3.
You got
I don't.
you,
I'm talking about.
you'll see me there,
with
then
Joe Button right behind him.
and then
Yeah.
me kind of on the side of where 50 is to the left.
Yeah,
But
But
you'll see
what
me.
I'm
You'll
saying?
see us down there.
You got white celebrities, black celebrities, rappers, actors, tech. You got, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, all kind of shit at Madison Square Garden. You got rich kids. Like it's gonna be a the who's who, and you know they're gonna be crazy. That's why it sucks for Boston, because Boston literally has a similar crowd in Boston. But is it that the crowd didn't give them that same energy because we're coming off of a championship and we a little full in the belly, right? We don't have that hunger anymore, and we feel like this is a cakewalk. I can guarantee you the energy in New York will be twice or 3 times the kind of energy that Boston saw. New York they see an opportunity now. We weren't supposed to steal 2 games. One game maybe. We were not supposed to steal 2 games.
And
I see. Oh, go ahead, DP.
No, I'm just saying you have to blame first off the coaching scheme. Let's start there. But Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, I think it was Scotty Boy. I don't know if Scotty Boy is still in here. Scotty Boy said Jalen Brown is out of here. Like, and that might be the case if they have to break that team up. That he would be the first one to go. But Jason Tatum, why are you? I don't know if y'all remember the other day. I think it was a couple days ago where I said Jason Tatum is making moves and then passing to people late in the shot clock, and then they passing it right back to him.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum on the last play, why are you dribbling to the baseline and looking to pass back to Brown? I don't give a fuck if he's open. There's only like 1 second left. Shoot the fucking ball.
Hey,
that was coaching. Because
Cheeks got tight late.
Because when he started to lose the ball and then he got it back, you still had a timeout.
Man, shoot that shit.
It was still about 4. No, he was off balance. Still like 4 or 5 seconds. Call the timeout.
He was off balance trying to kick the ball back out to Brown. And it wasn't really 4 seconds. It's like it was about like 2.
I'm saying before it got to that point when he started going left and into his move and he lost the ball and got it back, call the time out.
Yes, and Scotty Boy's still in here. But before, look, y'all see what Dill World said? He said, life on the line, free throw to save your life. Y'all letting Mitchell Robinson shoot it for you?
Oh, man, I saw that air ball. I saw that air ball.
No.
I saw that air ball.
What's the alternative? Is it $500 million on the other side? Or, I might think about it. Hey, Lou Boogie, you saying Boston's not getting swept? They're too good for bowing out like that. My thing is this, and DP started saying something. I didn't get a chance to finish my thought. The energy at MSG for Game 3 there's no other game where the energy will be greater than the energy in Game 3. If there's a game that New York can quote unquote steal, I don't know how you steal a home game, but if we're saying that Boston's too good to lose, or get swept or whatever, if there's a game that the Knicks can legitimately win on crowd noise and electricity in the building alone, it's Game 3. If they go up Game 3, if they go up 3-0 winning at home, it's either a sweep or a gentleman's sweep.
Yeah, only other. Go ahead.
That's dope, man. Hold on, I want to highlight this comment. What Lou Boogie said. That's actually clever. He said, OG and Michael were brought here. We call them Wingstop just to go against Tatum and Brown. Cat is here to match the all-out 5 as well. But Wingstop,
I like Wingstop.
That's clever. Damn.
But
has that called on out there? I don't know. Has that called on out there? I never. Hey, by the way, Lou Boogie, we're in Cali. We're in California, so that's my first time hearing that too. But that is
clever.
But
Wingstop.
But it's not the first time they talked about it. First Take, Stephen A. and his guys on ESPN have on multiple occasions talked about how the Knicks built this team to stop the Boston Celtics, similar to the way that, do you remember when CP3 and Westbrook were in Houston, and how they built that Houston team to stop Golden State? Like, they went in, building that team for a couple of years to stop Golden State when Golden State was basically on their run. The New York Knicks are built to stop Boston. So maybe what we're seeing is just what it's meant to be.
Wait. Who's built to stop Boston?
He's saying New
The
York
Knicks.
is built.
Okay.
Like, they built that team. They brought in the players. They,
Okay,
trading away Julius Randle, bringing in Cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these things, they built this team to beat Boston. So is it like some revelation or some crazy like anomaly that New York is up 2-0 on Boston if they literally built this team to beat Boston?
I mean, just because you build a team to build a team to beat Boston, doesn't mean you do it in the first year. So, I mean,
Boston is also, as Ubang will say, these motherfuckers are complicit. They are letting this shit, like, there's no way. Like, I asked you the other day, KP, is Missoula elite? You cannot sit here and tell me that the way they're handling this series and these games, it looks like an elite coaching scheme that they're rolling out there.
And I'm gonna keep saying it. He's stubborn. He won't change his strategy of, well, he did take less threes this game, but you're still living and dying off the three, and you don't always have to.
But you've died twice. You've died. Yeah. If you want to say he's stubborn, you've died on your sword twice.
And Lou Boogie talking about Wingstop. Both games came down to defensive stops. And in those defensive stops, it was the same person 2 times. The new guy that they bought over, Mikal Bridges. He got a steal on Jalen Brown, and he got a steal on Jason Tatum.
Jalen Brown gave him the ball.
It's still a steal.
he gifted him a steal.
Yeah. Okay. and then he got the one from
and Jason Tatum gifted him a steal.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what I think? I think Alpha Sucks at mock draft said,
we keep calling it Alpha. It's Alf.
Oh, Alf. I'm sorry. Alf Sucks. Alf Sucks at mock drafts.
And shout out to him, man, because he's from the West Coast.
And he made a point saying that they were too good. I think Bong had talked about that when they said that he said they were too good to get swept. Like, Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown are too talented to be like not taking this home, even in a close game when it gets down to the stretch. When it goes down the stretch and it's like a 1-point game with seconds left. And Tatum, you had the ball. You had the ball.
Do you think, DP? Do you think Jalen Brown got his money? Jason Tatum got his money. Jalen Brown has been outspoken this season with some of the platforms he's on, some of the topics he's talking about things that wouldn't be considered politically correct. He's trying to play his way out of Boston. And also, do you think that there is maybe a disconnect between him and Jason Tatum about, are these guys, are we looking at a Shaq and Kobe where we don't really get along behind closed doors? Or
I don't think it's that.
Well, I'll say, go ahead.
I think part of it is that Jalen Brown, we don't know the extent of his knee.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think he's actually hurt.
That's a big part of it. Like, he's not exploding like he once was.
Pause.
Come on,
but
man.
but to address what Bong is actually saying though, I don't think that it's between I don't think it's between Jalen Brown and Tatum. I think Jalen Brown just feels like the circumstances disrespect him in general. You know, he's playing the backseat to Tatum just by virtue of how the stuff is. You got people arguing whether it's a 1A, 1B, or whether Brown is the guy anyway. So that part, if there is any friction, it's just he may feel some type of way about that. I think they had asked him before in the interview I think it was last year, like how he felt about some shit like just not getting it was something about the way he's perceived or whatever, and he was like, honestly, I really don't have time to give a fuck. Like he gave a just flat out answer, and like Bong is saying, like he ain't the politically correct motherfucker. Like he is definitely not the face of the league kind of guy. So, you know, like some of the people in the chat have been saying, if somebody's gonna go, it will be Jalen Brown.
The other thing,
and just so you guys know, I'm sorry to cut you off, KP. Just so y'all know, Nunya is actually a Boston fan. If you guys can't tell, and he just made a comment saying us fans love them both. I don't try and put one above the other. But Nunya, it sounds like other people think that the love you give Tatum and Brown isn't reciprocated by a majority of the fan base.
Yeah,
like I said before,
yeah,
Jalen Brown is working a job. He's James Evans in Boston. I pack my lunch pail. I come and work at the factory. I take my ass home. Like, I'm not out enjoying New England clam chowder. I'm not at the local taverns. I'm not at the Boston gentlemen's clubs. I come to work with a brown sack lunch, not even the old school metal lunch pail, a brown sack lunch that can only hold maybe a sandwich,
an apple.
No, not even an apple, a tangerine,
a cutie,
a boiled egg,
a cutie and a cheese stick. No juice.
No juice. And a little 25-cent quart of water. Right? That's lunch. I'm coming today. I'm coming to the games. I'm doing my shit and I'm gone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I think and I think somebody said something about Tatum. I think it was Lou Boogie said Tatum should have held to a last second shot. Yes, he should have. And it appears that's what he was doing, and then he tried to pass.
No, he's talking about. I think he's talking about when he got the dunk. He talking about
Kiwi.
I know, but I'm saying even after that.
Oh,
yeah, even after that, he had another opportunity where he should have, and he still didn't do it.
Yeah,
that's my point. Like you got to be the closer.
Yeah,
I said that when they were passing it back to him, like, nah, here you go, go to work. That KP, that's like we done played basketball plenty of times on the same team, and if I know, you know, you need to be getting busy, I'm like, you might pass me the ball and I'm passing it right back to you, like, go to work. But most times it was you passing it back to me because you know who was gonna go to work. But you get what I'm saying. Like, no, but you know what I'm saying. It's like you got to get this game point. It's like getting the game point.
Chat, DP did average more points than me, so let me just put that out.
We ain't got to go there.
He averaged more than me.
Messing with you. No, but I'm saying even if we talking pickup basketball, this is like getting the game point. Get the game point, dog.
Absolutely.
Like, it's right there.
Hey, this is a different era. This is a different era now because, hey, look, DP, in this era, you not even asking, you're not giving the ball back to KP and telling him to go to work. You just saying, fuck KP, I'm going to go to work.
This is what
this era of basketball, real selfish shit.
I thought that Jason Tatum in that last moment, it looked like he was doing cone work. Like the move was like, this is cone drill stuff. He lost the ball going left, took a bad dribble, then kind of got it back, stumbled, and it almost looked like he jumped in the air like, man, fuck this.
Mhm.
And just
That's what I'm
gave
saying.
up.
Like, fuck it.
Yeah, just gave up. Like, I'll start the drill over. Like,
You know what?
This is drill.
Hey,
I'd respect it I'd respect it if you take the shot and you just missed. Like, okay, you just missed.
At that point, he didn't have anything good.
Nah.
He went through his cone stuff and it was bad. It was like, wait a minute, you didn't get separation from Mitchell Robinson, a rim protector. Because you were doing cone work.
And Lou Boogie said he gave him too much time. Gave Brunson, aka Captain Brunch, Captain Clutch,
Brunson Burner.
Hey, listen, OKC needs to show Chet Holmgren a video of my man Brunson shooting free throws with the fucking game on the line. Okay, because he went down there. Hey, they was down one.
Yeah, but he's
no. They was. I'm sorry. They were down one. Yeah, they were down one.
He's a clutch player of the year. He's a clutch player of the year, man.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Hey, man, that was because the first one. Hey, that shit was shaky. That shit rolled around a little bit.
Oh yeah, the first one is but a lot of people don't realize, man. The first one is the hardest one.
Yeah.
Once you make the first one, you like, yep, you good. Yeah. You get a little cocky, like, I got this.
I'd have made the first and tricked the second off.
Yeah, man. Yeah. This guy right here, yeah, had a chance to win it, man, and we ended up losing in OT.
Man,
hey, I know OT, nigga.
I know that the ticket prices for Game 3 in Madison Square Garden will likely be the highest of any team this season.
The only other place I could think of that I would say maybe could rival it, and I'm really not sure because I've never been, but I can just imagine it's probably OKC because what the fuck else is there to do out there?
But OKC, the cost of living and everything is so much cheaper that it's not. They're not.
I mean the energy, not the price.
Oh yeah.
Not the price.
I would say Oracle.
No.
Or Golden State.
No.
Or
no.
Oracle.
The old Golden State.
Yeah, that's what I'm
now.
Thinking about.
Golden State now is turning more into LA. So you know how everybody talks about these LA fans and how a lot of times they compare us to New York fans. New York Knicks fans always talk about the Laker fans like, you fucking sorry ass Hollywood motherfuckers don't stroll in until the second quarter of games. You'll look in the front couple rows and that shit is half empty until the second quarter because everybody in LA is too cool. In New York, these motherfuckers saying obscene shit. They talking greasy on the subway just coming there.
They are talking greasy.
It's different. The energy is different. So they call themselves real, quote unquote, real basketball fans and call LA like, sometimey
the true fair weather fans. Yeah.
Ooh, shit. That's what's crazy. They, like he said, MSG is the place to be when the Knicks suck. So imagine the Knicks in the Eastern Conference Finals. What we say the other day? They haven't been there since 2000.
2000.
MSG Eastern Conference Finals. It'll be the craziest scene in basketball. Like the New York Knicks have been the Dallas Cowboys of basketball. I've said it. I said it on a conversation we had a few months ago. They are showing to be different right now. They look good. They built this team to beat Boston, and so far, the prophecy has come true. If they beat Boston in Game 3, I think that Jalen Brown is checked out enough, and Jason Tatum, by just what we see, right? Even like his celebrations, mimicking Kobe, mimicking KG, mimicking Steph. Like, I think it's mental with dog. I think it's mental with him. You shaking your head no.
No. I'm shaking my head. I'm looking at these comments.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm looking at these
saying
comments. And it's off subject, but keep going. So I'm shaking my head at them. But keep going.
We got a few, but KP is a Rams fan.
Yeah.
KP is a Rams fan. Me and DP are Cowboys fans, and I'm sorry. Between engineer and DP, they said that I can't talk about the Cowboys today.
Hey,
because
I ain't saying nothing. I just ain't participating in it no more. You can talk all you want. As soon as you start going down that aisle, I'm here posted.
You dig? So
I'm in the background playing the scene.
The Cowboys did a thing today. But what I'm saying, back to what I was saying, Jason Tatum may be more fragile than we know. And what helped him last year, what saved him last year, was Jalen Brown was on. So now that Jalen Brown isn't on, and we need you, hey, what did Drake say in the little AI song? Kendrick, we need you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Jason Tatum, we need you. Now that we need you and it's just you and you got to step up, you can't hide behind Jalen Brown. Nigga, money looking funny in the light. He got them Usher bucks. Hey, report that man. I just seen him in the strip club in the Boston's Gentleman Club throwing Usher bucks. Them shits ain't hundreds, them is Usher bucks.
in Tom's Tavern.
Jason Tatum's in Tom's Tavern tossing around
Tom's
Usher
Tavern.
bucks.
Tom's tassel spins.
Hey, Jason Tatum is in the Adult Gentlemen's Club.
I've already told y'all, man, they don't have those. They're in Hooters.
Yeah, aka Tom's Tavern.
Yeah, they're Hooters. The women with no breast, shaking hard with no breast.
Yeah, and remember,
shoulder to shoulder.
in there with the motor bone.
Hey, talk about it, Kev. You talked about you and Lou Boogie on the same page. You talked about that maybe a few like a month ago. You discussed that.
What's that?
You talking about Leon Rose?
Oh, Leon Rose. Yeah. Hey man, he did a hell of a job, man. What he put together, Leon Rose and the other guy. I'm trying to think the Worldwide West. Leon Rose, Worldwide West. Yeah, they did a hell of a job, man. And Leon Rose was instrumental with the CAA Sports Agency, which, biggest agency in the world. Leon Rose had a hand in that. So, Leon Rose is tapped in, is dialed in with a lot of these agents. So yeah, they making some stuff happen out there. Worldwide West was tapped into the grassroots of Nike basketball and was tapped in with the college coaches. So when you had Calipari and you wonder how Calipari got Derrick Rose, that was Worldwide West. So Worldwide West is still kind of, well, let me not misspeak, but from what I understand, Worldwide West is still pretty influential and getting players different places and in this basketball world. And yeah, they got all that in New York and they've been able to put together something very, very special.
Tee it up, DP. Tee it up. Great question.
Theoretically, what would be the best spot for Flag from the lottery? Spurs are the obvious one, but I kind of love the fit in Portland. He could flourish and become a number one instead of Wemby's sidekick.
You know what's funny? I was one of the first people to say Cooper Flag to the Spurs. People were not saying that. I don't know if y'all remember, but I was like, I got this theory that the Spurs are going to end up getting the number one pick. Do any of y'all remember that or no?
I remember.
Because a lot of people were trying to say Utah.
Barely.
they were trying to say Utah. But I think the Spurs is the best landing spot for Cooper because The NBA needs Cooper to succeed. This is Christian Laettner 2.0. And I'm not saying he plays like Christian Laettner. I'm saying in a sense like college success, college stardom, Dookie, coming to the NBA, highly anticipated, high draft pick. We need him to have a good career. Cooper Flag, when you watch him close, he doesn't have a real bag. Like down the stretch in games, when he went ISO 1-on-1, a lot of the times he didn't convert. And that's no disrespect to Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
That's just saying that he's better suited to be a Robin as opposed to being a Batman.
Well,
But
didn't he kind of flash a little bit more of a bag with the USA playing with the USA basketball? I thought he did. From the highlights I saw, like he was kind of getting active and it's a different setting. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like
but
college and NBA is different.
I'm talking about 5 seconds left. Game is on the line. It's mano a mano, man to man. I need you to make a move. Make your best move.
How many
right
times has he been in that situation that you've seen?
I think it was like 4 times this season. It was like early in the season against Kentucky. He did that against Kansas.
And didn't convert on any of them.
No, he didn't convert. No turnovers. It was it was against Houston in the NCAA tournament as well. But with Cooper Flag going to a place like San Antonio, you already have a face of a franchise. You got Wembanyama. You have the rookie of the year, the next rookie of the year, the one that just got it this year, in Stephon Castle. You've got De'Aaron Fox. So you've got a point guard. You've got all these pieces in line, and then you put Cooper Flag in. Now there's no pressure on him. He's able to, continue to succeed. And even though the San Antonio Spurs franchise isn't doing well right now, this is a franchise that is recruited well. We've seen them, competitive throughout the years, and they're putting the pieces together, and they'll be back there very, very soon.
So are you looking at him, let's say if I'm looking for a comparison, somebody like Jalen Williams for OKC? Is that the type of
my comparison of Cooper Flag?
Role wise, not skill wise, role wise, in terms of what he's bringing to the team, because you're naming all these other pieces.
But I'm saying his first year, he doesn't have to do all that. He can be more like he's more like the third guy, or maybe even the fourth guy. But as the fourth guy, he's a better fourth guy than everybody else in the league. So it's a positive. So it's like, you don't have to go out there and score 15 points. You don't have to go out there and get 9 rebounds. He's gonna be able to showcase all the things that he does well. There's a lot of things that he does good, nothing great at this moment. But he's got a high upside.
So Bridges?
Is Bridges fourth? I say Bridges. Yeah. I'll say Bridges.
So like that kind of role. Like
Yes.
stay active. You could score and get hot here and there. Play some defense.
Yes,
and
then you got a rim protector behind you, so it allows you to press up more and allows you to take more gambles, play in more passing lanes because you got backside help. So
I hear you. I'm just saying, as with all the hype behind him, surrounding him, and him coming into the draft expected to be the clear number one, people ain't looking for him to play the role that you're talking about.
I hear
you know what I'm saying? So they would be expecting him to be like a number one guy because they think that you're talking protection.
Yeah, and I'm saying ultimately, that's what I think the NBA wants, is to protect him, to allow him.
Do they, or do they want to?
Yeah, they want. Protect him.
Okay.
Like they're gonna show his highlights, but they want to protect him to where he's able to continue to grow, develop, and get better
KP.
without it being a rush.
KP.
What's up?
Do you think they look at Cooper Flag as one of the guys that they want to be in that face of the league conversation that we're talking about?
I think they want him to.
Okay.
They
That
want him to, but I think
can't happen if he goes the route that you're talking about and he's a fourth guy. That protection is going to keep him as just another solid NBA player.
He also won't fail. He'll succeed because the Spurs will win, and he'll be one of the main guys that's helping them win.
KP, the NBA needs stars.
Superstars.
They need they need superstars.
They don't need him to come in and be
take Cooper Flag.
Old school Kawhi Leonard,
and
like
let me
how Kawhi Leonard was with San Antonio. He needs to go somewhere where he will pop. No pun intended. Shout out to Popovich, but and maybe San Antonio for that reason won't get lucky, right, this time around. But Portland, I definitely see a Portland. What do you think about New Orleans? What do you think about New Orleans?
Well, I mean, Zion don't want to take the Zion is not.
They need to address what's going on in New Orleans first. You can't send him somewhere where the franchise is in disarray.
No, I mean, but you
could though.
You could. Yes, you could.
Zion loves adult actresses,
and I want to address
and
what
beignets.
Al sucks at mock draft. I want to address him. So you think that I don't see? So unfortunately, I think that Cooper Flag is a really good player with a really high ceiling. But my player comparison for Cooper Flag is Andre Karolinko. And I don't think that Andre Karolinko was a superstar when he played. I don't think that he would be a superstar in this era. I think that Andre Karolinko is a heck of a player, a heck of a defender. And if you look at Cooper Flag's measurables, his height, his wingspan, 6'9", same as Andre Karolinko, wingspan, 7'4", 7'5", same as Andre Karolinko. That's who I think he is.
And where was Karolinko in the pecking order when he played for Utah?
This is based off of wingspan, height, and wingspan,
and how he plays.
And where was he in Utah's pecking order?
He had a nickname, AK-47,
right
before Guns got had a bad name.
And
they still calling your boy
AR-15.
Maybe third.
I guess maybe the NFL's
behind who, since you formed that in your mind.
Behind
Boozer.
Behind Boozer and the point guard.
Yeah. Who got knocked out by Frank Gore, I believe, in the boxing. Unrelated.
No.
Okay.
No, he didn't get knocked out. I thought he won.
But I mean, that's if you're talking.
He won, or Frank Gore beat the hell out of him.
I thought he won. I thought
okay, my bad.
That's if you're talking like skills though, and body build and all of that kind of stuff, like his attributes and traits and all of that. Like nobody would be thinking of, and I respect what you're saying because I know where you're going, but nobody's thinking of Cooper Flag and Andre Karolinko in the same bag. They're looking at Cooper Flag.
Al sucks at mock draft. Engineers is all things Houston, and he's mainly a football fan. That surprised me because Engineer knows a lot. But AK-47 didn't get any play.
And this isn't even a bad comparison skill wise. Lou Boogie with marketing, Laurie Marketing.
I think that I don't think he's where marketing is. Marketing is like 7 feet tall for one. Marketing that's skill
wise, Kevin. Like the things that they do, like
him and Flag. I think marketing shoots it. I think marketing shoots it better.
He shoots the three better.
He shoots the ball better. Period.
Okay.
Yeah, like I think marketing's offensive skill set is. I think he's got a deeper offensive skill set than a Cooper Flag.
Now,
he's also further along though. He's had the advantage of playing in the pros and stuff like that. Like Cooper Flag If you say he has a high ceiling, I mean, I guess you would expect him to develop. They're just throwing out comparisons. Like I don't think it's a bad one.
Hey,
You know,
DP, I equate it to the conversation that we had offline talking about MJ and Scotty. Cooper Flag is going to be given the opportunities to go and touch that ceiling, right? Like wherever he goes, I mean, he's already on commercials, he's already very marketable.
Yeah.
If there's a ceiling and he hasn't tapped into it, he will be given every opportunity to go out and be that person. They're not going to ask him to fit into a role wherever he goes.
right. And that's why I'm saying I get what KP is saying, but people are going to say that's ridiculous just because of what they expect Flag to be. Like they're not expecting him to be a fourth guy on a roster. Like nobody is drafting him to be a fourth guy on the roster. Like I get it, protect him and groom him and all that stuff sounds good, but
So here's my question.
That's literally the Kawhi Leonard model. They
Here's
let
which
Kawhi
nobody
Leonard
expected Kawhi Leonard to be that. You know what I mean? Nobody was looking at Kawhi Leonard like he's going to be what he is. They didn't.
Which I would say to you, though, you said no one is drafting him to be the fourth option. So if he goes to San Antonio, that's the situation. If he goes to Oklahoma City, because Oklahoma City has a chance to get the first pick. If they get the first pick, he's the fourth option.
That if it falls into that scenario, yeah, I understand that, but they don't view him, no matter how you want to slice this. They do not view Cooper Flag as a regular guy. He's not viewed as he's coming into the league to play a role. Nobody is looking at him like that.
Hey, we don't have any Jason Tatum comparisons?
To Cooper Flag?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Nah.
Okay.
But I get what you're saying, Kevin. By circumstance, if he falls into their lap, San Antonio's lap, yes, they'll draft him. And by virtue of that, yes, he's not going to be above Wemby. Like, no, he won't. Like, but Portland, like a team like that, which they threw out before, yes, a team like that, they're going to absolutely want to make him the star. I don't think that New Orleans is a bad spot. That Bong said, I don't think New Orleans is a bad spot.
Does he compliment Scoot?
Does
he compliment Scoot?
The Scoot compliment him is what they'll be saying. No, I'm just and he's I think he'll be a solid point guard. It's just the way that this is going. It's going to be how do these guys work well with Cooper Flag?
And my thought is just I don't think that the NBA wants to see Cooper Flag go to a losing franchise that doesn't have a good front office and doesn't have an infrastructure in order for him to succeed. If you look at Portland's got Chauncey Billups as the head coach. I think Chauncey Billups might be out of it.
You sound like Rich Paul rewriting history. How many teams sucked before they got superstars? That's just the nature of it. You suck. You get in the lottery, you get a player who changes your franchise around.
Again, what I'm saying that they don't want to see a Christian Laettner situation where Christian Laettner was the face of the franchise and he was exploited. I won't say exploited, I'll say he was exposed. And you saw Christian Laettner was a hell of a college player in the Duke system with Krzyzewski, but he wasn't a hell of an NBA player. He had a few good years, and then that was it. And so do you think Christian Laettner and Cooper Flag have similar skill set? No, I'm saying in terms of no. Because then my next question would be: did you expect Christian Laettner to have a great NBA career?
Christian Laettner,
I didn't expect him to have a great NBA career, but he was College Player of the Year. He was a champion. He played for the Dream Team.
And that's why he played for the Dream Team. And that's how it all fell together.
And with all that being said, did you view Christian Laettner like you're looking at Cooper Flag? The ceiling that you keep saying is so high for Cooper Flag. Was it that high for Christian Laettner?
I think that Cooper Flag.
Just say no, KP. Say no.
No, let's move on. Stop. Listen, I think the Cooper flag has a higher ceiling than Christian Laettner.
Okay.
But they don't want Cooper flag to fail. So you want to have everything in place in terms of coaching stability, good front office, reliable teammates, all that
Okay.
stuff in order
But Kevin,
to help
KP,
us
it
win.
doesn't generally always work out the way you're speaking of, like utopia and perfect scenarios. You're at the you have a better shot at the lottery picks because you suck. Literally in the NFL, that's how it works. You suck, you're at the top. In the NBA, you suck, you have a greater probability of getting the pick. You suck for a reason. You probably don't have all the things in place. Otherwise, if you had everything that you're talking about, you'd be a winning program, a winning franchise, unless you did some draft capital shit and you happen to like slide in there like OKC or something. That's like that's not an everyday thing.
Hey, DP, let's think about this. Christian Laettner came along. This was pre-social media. So they manufactured the hype through, okay, he was on a national championship team the year that the Dream Team came out. We have to bring on a college player. A lot of the players are on record saying that they didn't respect Christian Laettner's game and that he was never coming off the bench. It was just a way that if this was social media, but guess what we have now? We have social media. So what do? You send Cooper Flag out there to play against some of the USA basketball guys, and he gets fucking busy.
Build up that hype. I
the
mentioned
hype,
that, but
right?
look, yeah, you
so
got. Go ahead.
Doing that, you doing that in place of all the shit they were doing to build up Christian Laettner. But the beautiful thing about Flag is he's living. Thus far, he's living up to the hype. He's the anti-college. He came in a year early, right? He's younger than most college players. The number one player in NCAA basketball, right? Like he sizes up NBA guys and gets busy. So he checks all the boxes.
And I gotta ask because Lou Boogie.
In looking at the teams that have an opportunity to get the first pick in the draft, right? I'll look at this and I'll tell you, I'm going to narrow it down and tell you based on
DP about to start some shit. I already know what you on.
I've been wanting to fly to succeed. Philadelphia has a chance. San Antonio is going to have a chance. Dallas will have a chance to get him.
Dallas made
and San Antonio. Those are the four teams.
You said San Antonio twice.
Okay, well, excuse me. San Antonio, Dallas, and Philadelphia. Okay. Those are the three places where Cooper Flag may end up. What
about the Valley of the Sun?
No, because they're about to blow that team up. They're about to bust it up, and you've got to surround him with some pieces to help him succeed.
What if Flag is drafted to the Suns? Does it change KD's outlook?
I think KD's out of there.
You need a point guard.
I think that move is made before they get to the draft.
Like Rich Kleiman has already been on the phone.
Yeah.
And he's already set that up. Okay.
Oh yeah. I think
so. You were about to ask a question that I already know you're about to ask, but go ahead, DP.
But Dallas, San Antonio, Philly.
No, I was just going to ask Lou Boogie, what does he mean? Because he says KP is spot on. The NBA has declining LeBron, Morant morally messed up, who they don't trust. They looking for stars to carry the league. So if it's not Cooper Flag that they're looking at, who would it be? Because KP is saying protect Cooper Flag. I get that part. But that's moving him out of him into a role player, kind of like
someone. I'm gonna tell you, someone that's gonna go to like a struggling franchise is gonna be Ace Bailey. They're gonna send Ace Bailey, and Ace Bailey is gonna have to show everybody that he is as talented as most NBA execs believe he is. I believe he's a talented scorer. I think he may be the best. He may be the best scorer in the draft in terms of shot making ability,
Okay.
in terms of his size, his skill set. So I look for someone like him to end up in a place like Brooklyn.
Okay. And
So what about
get what
engineers' comment?
Lou Boogie is saying. He's saying essentially what you're saying, KP, that they want Flag to be a star. It's just the route that you're taking. I think is not gonna have
We
that
don't have
happen.
time. Hey, nobody has time to slow cook it anymore.
Yeah, that's what
We are in a
that's what I'm
popcorn-
saying.
It's a popcorn
Yeah.
society across the board. You're expected to come in and pop immediately. It's the reason that I believe we saw the downfall of what's my man that came out before Lonzo Ball went to Philly, Markelle Fultz, right?
Yeah.
He ruined his career before he got started. I think they ruined Lonzo Ball's career before he got started. A lot of these, they ruined Ben Simmons' career.
Lonzo Ball's shoes ruined his career.
No, that's the injury part, but I'm talking about the pressure that was put on him to go and produce right away. Ruined his career more than his shoes, than the big baller brand shoes ever could. Engineer says something that is quite interesting. Do the Suns get Cooper Flag if with the Rockets having the Suns pick? Now Cooper Flag is in Houston, and you can trade one of your guys who you feel is not untouchable, a la Jalen Green, who has value, for somebody else to add with Cooper Flag, Amon Thompson, a couple of vets in Fred VanVleet, Dylan Brooks, right?
Now
What do you think?
there's actually a comparison. Thompson and Cooper Flag. They have similar attributes. They do some of the same things.
KP, at some point, it's not a perfect science, right? The motherfucker's gonna play somewhere.
But, no, I hear you. But listen, you think that they ran Udoka out of Boston. They tried to send him to Houston.
That was personal.
Okay.
Deal World, what were you going to say earlier?
They sent him to Houston. They didn't expect him to turn Houston around, and then all of a sudden, he ends up with Cooper Flag in Houston. Udoka,
whoever listen to what I'm telling you.
Dog.
It was not the NBA did not step in to cancel Udoka in Boston. That was a owner's decision because a minority owner's wife was involved. That was no different than Cleveland Browns, Shedeur Sanders. We want to humble you. We want to let you know that you, Mr. Udoka, are not big program and you can't do what we do. Sure, does another minority owner probably fuck the same other minority owner's wife and she cheats with him? It's possible. And that has made no news at all.
Possibly,
but Mr. Black Coach, you can't do it. You're not us. So you can't do it. And that's why, they built it up like he was about to go to jail. They said, man, remember Matt Barnes? The shit I heard happened. Woo! He had never coached again.
At one point in Boston, wanted to hold on to his rights and not let him get another coaching job. Like, we still got the rights to Udoka. So I'm saying that he got out of Boston. He ended up going to Houston. They gave him what they thought was going to be a trash job. He turned it around and turned it around quickly.
But if you were watching him in Boston, you knew that he was a good coach. So
I understand that, but I'm saying the NBA, they're not gonna gift him Flag. I'm saying that they're going to control where Cooper Flag goes, and it's not going to be to Udoka.
Who are the lottery picks? Who are the 14 teams? There's no perfect scenario because all of the destinations that are star hungry somehow are still somehow make the playoffs.
Utah has the highest odds at 14%. Washington is next at 14. Charlotte is
You know they don't want him in Chocolate City.
Charlotte,
Flag ain't going to Chocolate
Utah,
City.
Washington, and Charlotte all have a 14% chance.
Charlotte Misfits.
New Orleans 12.5, Philly 10.5, Brooklyn 9%, Toronto 7.5, San Antonio 6%, Phoenix, the pick 2, Houston
via Brooklyn,
and it's via Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So that must have came over somehow with that
Kevin Durant
situation. Yeah, 3.8%. Portland 3.7, Dallas 1.8, Chicago 1.7, and then Sacramento and Atlanta both are under 1%. 0.8.
Atlanta is going to San Antonio.
0.7. Yeah, but it's the last chance at it, and that's only a 0.7% chance. So, I mean,
but in
you don't know the order.
Has 2 cracks at it.
I mean, technically yes, but 0.7. I don't know how much that means. That altogether they have a 6.7% chance.
No, I got you, and I'm saying there's 3 franchises that are going to turn around. They won't be bad. Philly, Dallas, San Antonio, and I don't know. And I'm saying Dallas, but I don't know so much Dallas because of I'm thinking about the Kyrie injury, and I'm thinking about kind of the Kyrie controversy. They may want to stay away from that. So I'll go
the Duke connection though. They got the Duke connection. They got the Duke connection.
That's a good that's a good point. That's a good point. But so Philly, San Antonio.
Okay.
Philly, San Antonio. He ends up one of those 2 places.
We'll see.
All right. And if he does that, then he's not going to be you can tuck him in the cupboard for that face of the league talk.
But he will not go to Utah. Utah's in disarray. Like, they don't want to send him somewhere where the franchise are in disarray. And Utah's drafted forwards the last couple years in the first round.
Yep. So then, in other words, they're manufacturing this, is what you're saying, to make sure San Antonio and whoever is going to get the pick.
Same way they manufactured Wembanyama going to San Antonio. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm saying, so he goes there now, and so then Wemby is going to be the face of the league.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I'm one saying I've been saying Anthony Edwards, even though he doesn't want. I'm saying it doesn't matter. You're chosen. It's Anthony Edwards, and I've been saying this.
Hey, Lou Boogie. That's the double entendre of the. That's the double entendre of the evening.
He said Utah and Brooklyn are a wasteland.
Dallas has a squad though.
Yeah,
double entendre.
They do.
Yeah. It's a great day to be a Cowboy fan, man. Let's talk about it.
Yeah. So that's my thought with the Cooper flag in the draft situation. And I do think he's going to be the consensus number 1 pick. I do believe that.
Oh, breaking news. Kev, you got the breaking news drop? You just broke news. Cooper Flag is going to be the number 1 pick.
Oh, come on, man.
I mean, hey man, we got out of here without me having to rant a second time about the Dallas Cowboys and my quarterback Dak Prescott, man. But it's a great day to be a Dallas Cowboy fan. Trust and believe. Man, if y'all haven't already, man, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. We truly appreciate it. We really, really appreciate y'all fucking with us, rocking with us, man. Y'all don't know how much that shit means to us, man. We trying to build this shit brick by brick, like my boy. What the fuck? Franklin Saint say. We trying to build this motherfucker brick by brick. Franklin Saint or Nigel Sylvester. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep fucking with us, man. Damn, engineer, I tore the pec. Trying to bench 385. Got to the bottom of the rep, and my fucking shoulder shredded like shredded wheat in a shredded wheat cereal commercial. I literally heard it snap. So tore the pec muscle. Just had that shit reattached earlier today, man. So I'm probably about to get on some pain meds as soon as I get off the live. But I missed yesterday, and I definitely want to talk about them Dallas Cowboys today. So you dig. I'm here. But Father Time is definitely undefeated, man. And
Scotty boy.
That's Father Time came knocking on my chest like, hey, young man, come here. May I have a word?
Oh shit. Yeah, Scotty boy comes young.
Indeed, man. But y'all know what it is. But appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. DP, we out?
Nah, man, we got KP's picks, man.
Yeah, we gotta get to these locks for Scotty boy, get your notepad out. Alf sucks at mock drafts. I don't know if you do prize picks or anything like that. Lou Boogie, you as well. I know you guys are new, but this is the part of the show where KB kind of
not no more, engineer,
gives you
where
engineer, look, not no more. Scotty boy said it's his favorite segment of the show.
All right, so
whoa, hold on. KP's motto behind this is
thank you for the disclaimer, Dillsworth. Yeah.
Bet your bottom dollar. Just don't bet the ones on top.
Absolutely. And as we always say, the thoughts and views of KP are his alone and do not represent the thoughts and views of Two Peas in the Bong. Please bet responsibly. We do not have any sponsors. Take it away, KP.
All right, so Curry's out in game 2. So we got one game tomorrow. Looking at that Nas Reed, I'm going to take him over on points. Is saying at 12.5. So I'd go over with Nas Reed's points. Jaden McDaniels. I'm saying Jaden Daniels. Jaden McDaniels.
Get the gasoline.
Oh. Going over the 12.5 for him as well. Believe he'll get 13 or more. Kuminga, take Kuminga's over on points because Kuminga will play tomorrow. His points are low. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
What are his points?
Let me verify. Go ahead. I had it up. I want to verify it. Because I was looking on Prize Picks.
Y'all gonna listen to this man and he don't even know what the points are.
7.5. His over 7. I would take his over on the 7.5 because the Warriors are gonna need scoring and they're up 1-0. So this is the time that they get to experiment and see what's what and who can get out there and get buckets. So look for Kuminga to be trigger happy. He's shooting. The Nickeil Alexander-Walker over 4.5 points. Kuminga's PRA, points, rebounds, assists, over 10.5. I would go over. I'm going over on everything for Kuminga. So rebounds, over 2 rebounds for Kuminga. DiVincenzo, I believe
Kuminga will not be playing the position of a Cooper Flag in this game. He will be going off, according to KP. Take the overs and everything.
Hey, KP said that Kuminga is basically playing like a player that says, Coach, you ain't got nobody else you can put in. What you gonna do?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm about to take this streak.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nah, it's gonna be Draymond. It's gonna be your boy Buddy Hield, and then obviously
Butler,
the new addition with Jimmy Butler. So those will be the ones who carry it. I don't know, So, Kuminga might get 8.
The other thing, I would take Kuminga's over on assist rebounds. It's 3.5 combined.
So definitely, even if you don't like the points, all his other stuff, the rebounds, his assistant rebounds, 2
Yes.
rebounds in
No,
his
it's over. It's over 2 rebounds. Yes.
yeah, 2 rebounds. Kaminga
Yeah.
take the over.
Yes.
3.5 because he's gonna get 4 rebounds. Like
Yeah.
that, that takes the.
And if he gets 4 rebounds, that's over the 3.5 for rebounds and assists combined.
That's what I'm saying.
Steve Kerr is somewhere lurking in this live stream like a DMP is coming on the horizon, baby.
A
He
DMP.
said you ain't
because it doesn't count against you.
Hey, he said you
1
must not
minute
know
at a
my
time
work.
is coming in on the horizon, baby.
You
And
must
then
not know my work. Ask Jason Tatum about me.
Exactly.
And then Rudy Gobert.
You about to get your
I
30
believe
seconds
that
of
Rudy
fame.
Gobert is going to get over 1.5 turnovers.
Scotty
So-
boy, engineer said you getting
Lock
your
it in.
78 leg parlay ready. Oh,
Lock it in.
So
Lock it in.
those
Lock
are
it in,
those
lock
are the
it
picks
in.
I have for tomorrow.
Man,
okay.
so
I may go live tomorrow, and after I look at this a little bit more and share a little bit more stuff with a little bit more research.
Okay.
Indeed. But
All right. Well, shit. Anything else y'all want to add before we get up out of here?
besides, it's a great day to be a Cowboys fan.
On the second day, past 12, so it's another day, another great day.
Another
To be a
day,
Cowboys
another
fan.
day, another great day to be a Cowboy fan.
So for everybody who are usually in here, man, appreciate y'all. You know, Scotty boy, Deal World, Engineer. I know Nunya was in here. I don't know if Nunya has exited the building.
He's at the tavern.
Yeah, at Tom's Tavern. But then
Yeah.
the new folks, you know,
Lou Boogie.
Lou Boogie and Alf Sucks at Mox Drafts. Were those only 2 new folks we had?
Hey,
I
Lou
thought there
Boogie.
was somebody else, but
You know we
respect
own
to
y'all. Lou Boogie, you know we own y'all. We
Yeah.
own y'all. Y'all
Yeah,
get
respect to
say
all
nothing
y'all.
at the cookout. We own y'all.
In the Discord.
We'll get it in during football season.
Yeah, but shout out to everybody, man. Lou Boogie found him a new show, so yep, salute to you. Appreciate it, everybody.
Appreciate you, for real.
All right, man. Well, 2 P's in a bong, y'all. We out.
Balloons. Peace.